Hi everyone, my name's Daryl. So today I'm going to be doing a towing test. I'm calling it my RAV4 Prime towing miles per gallon torture test. And basically for a baseline, I'm going to be just driving the RAV4 Prime stock. I'm going to be driving probably around 60 miles or so. And I'm going to be doing a little bit more than the speed limit. So I think the speed limit where the freeway that I'm going is 70, so I'll go probably like 73 when I'm not towing. We're gonna go from Las Vegas to Prim, and then we're gonna go up the mountain a little bit, probably for 10 or 15 miles, just to see what the effect of going up the mountain will be on a stock RAV4 Prime, as well as when I'm towing with a RAV4 Prime. We'll also do just like a little bit of an acceleration test up the mountain, just to see kind of how it does, the RAV4 Prime, as well as when we're towing. I might mess up the gas mileage a little bit, but not much. And yeah, so we'll get to see what the differences are. I did a previous test. Unfortunately, when I did the test, I had some battery. I had it basically for the both tests. I had the battery full. What I didn't quite understand is the RAV4 Prime will automatically, if you have a full battery, will automatically use the battery and will put it in an EV mode for about 20% of the time, for about 20% of the battery. So when it gets to be about 80%, then it starts in regular hybrid mode, and I didn't really understand that. So my gas mileage was inflated. So this time, there's no battery left. We've totally exhausted it. And yeah, so we get to see what the really true gas mileage is. So we're gonna do these tests basically the exact same way. I did go to the gas station before I got on the road, and I filled it up and I gave it kind of an extra squeeze just to make sure that it's consistent. Also, I put the RAV4 Prime into eco mode. The air conditioning is on, and we are also in hybrid mode. So we're gonna do these tests the same way. I also reset the odometer and I reset the gas mileage. So we're gonna be able to see at different points in the trip what the differences are between the RAV4 Prime stock and when the RAV4 Prime is towing. So that should be pretty cool. I'm gonna put the car in cruise control, and the speed limit here is 70 miles per hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the cruise control for 75. When I'm towing, I'm just gonna set the cruise control for 65, because my trailer, that's the max that they really want you to go. And so it's a little bit different, but I think for the most part, when you're on the freeway in a regular RAV4 Prime, when you're not towing, you're probably gonna be going about 75 miles an hour. And when you're towing, that's probably what a lot of people go, is about 65 miles per hour. So that should be pretty consistent from what is kind of a normal situation for towing. The other thing is, I'll go ahead and check our gas mileage at Prim, and we are climbing about 500 feet. Vegas, the elevation is around 2,000 feet. Prim, it's 2,500. So we are climbing a little bit, but it'll give us a pretty good idea on what we can expect in a flat road, kind of a flat freeway. Then, when we turn around at the top of the mountain, I'll go ahead and get the gas mileage there to compare on kind of what the mountain did to the gas mileage. As we make our way back down the mountain, when we get to Prim, I'll go ahead and check that gas mileage again. And then finally, when I get back, we'll look at the final gas mileage. Both the computer as well as actual gas usage, and I'll compare those two just to see kind of what the differences are, and to see if there's any variances on what the computer thought we got and then what the gas pump thought we got as well. Okay, so we are at Prim. Right now we've gone 32 miles and we're averaging better than what I expected, 38.7 miles per gallon. And I think it was actually a little uphill to Prim. Could be the wind direction maybe is having an influence, I'm not sure. But we're gonna be climbing now, so definitely gas mileage is going to go down. So we're at 32 miles. We'll probably be climbing
Welcome to California.
We're in California. We'll probably climb for about, 10 miles or so, and then we'll turn around. Yeah, so this is what we're going to be climbing up. This mountain's right here. I'm not sure how far we're going to go up. We'll see. All right, so we're climbing pretty good right now, and we're going 75 miles an hour. This is in my stock RAV4 Prime. And so, yeah, what's great about this car is the electric motors. So watch what happens when I punch it going uphill. And that was in eco mode. So that just gives you an idea on, you know, if I'm actually in sports mode, it does even better than that. All right, so we've went about 10 miles or so up the hill. So our mileage went from 38 to 32 miles per gallon. We're now at 47 miles on the trip. I think we're at 36. So yeah, it dropped pretty significantly, and we'll probably pick most of that up on the way down, but we'll see. And it's going to be interesting to compare that to what happens with the trailer. All right, so we are back at Prim, and I am now at 38.4 miles per gallon.
Welcome to Nevada.
Welcome to Nevada. So yeah, it's pretty much picked up all the gas mileage that it had lost going up the mountain. It picked it up going back down. I think the gas mileage on the EPA gas mileage on the highway on this thing is probably about 35 miles per gallon, but we're doing a lot better than that. We'll see what happens on the way back. Maybe we're a little into the wind now, maybe we'll suffer, but yeah, I don't think so. I think we're gonna average about 38. It'll be interesting to see how this does compared to the actual gas consumed, and then we'll check out the trailer. I got 38.3 miles per gallon for the entire trip. We went about 92 miles, and so I get to compare that to when I turn the car off and what the trip computer will say, and then also what the gas pump will say. So here we go. Let's see what it says. Yeah, so fuel economy, it says 38.5 miles per gallon, distance of 91 miles. EV driving ratio of 22%, total time an hour and a half. Yeah, so that's quite a bit better than the EPA said at 35 miles per gallon, so that's pretty impressive. So I'm gonna go ahead and gas up, see how much gas we used, and then I'm gonna hitch up and do it all again. Okay, we'll give it one extra little pump. And it says we used 2.38 gallons. All right, so we're all hitched up and we're on our way. Got about an hour and a half to go, and it's gonna be really interesting to see the difference in gas mileage now that I got it figured out that you can't have really anything left in the battery. So we'll see how it goes. I'll go ahead and give you an update when we get to Prim on what our gas mileage is looking like, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you there. The trailer I'm pulling is an A-Liner Classic. It's got 2 hard dormers on it. It's probably, the dry weight is about 1,800 pounds. I'm probably more like somewhere, probably around 2,100 pounds or so. That's on the back of the trailer right now that I'm pulling. We'll see how it does. Okay, you guys, so we are at Prim. Same mileage, 32 miles, and we're towing, and we are averaging right now 26.7 miles per gallon. So we were at 38, I think, right around there, on its stock without towing, but that is pretty amazing. And so if we stay around there, that would be terrific.
Welcome to California.
Welcome to California. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I did have the tires in the trailer balanced last week, and I wasn't getting that great of gas mileage when I was towing. And I think balancing the tires actually has made a bit of a difference. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So as soon as we get on the upslope, I'm gonna go ahead and gun it just so you can see, that it can still pull, even with a, 2,200 pound trailer behind it. But yeah, I'm super impressed, and I'm gonna be interested to see, how much our gas mileage goes down as we get to the top of the hill. All right guys, so we're on a really steep incline here, so we're passing trucks. We're only going 60, so I will gun it. And so this thing's got just plenty of power. Even with a 2,200 pound trailer and going significantly uphill, it still has plenty of power. Part of it has to do with the extra battery it keeps in reserve. So even though we don't have any battery for doing EV driving, if we hit the throttle, it's still gonna dig into the battery because it's got extra in reserve. So it can still give you that extra horsepower, which is really cool. All right, so I turned around. So I went from 26 to 21.2 miles per gallon in that stretch. We're coming up on Prim, and we're at 25.4 miles per gallon right now.
Welcome to Nevada.
So we'll see how the end gas mileage figures out. All right, you guys, so I'm back. Took a little longer than what I expected, but I ended up with 26.1 miles per gallon, which is really pretty amazing. So anyway, let me turn off the car. Let me see what the other computer thinks we got as far as gas mileage. So it also thinks I got 26.1 miles per gallon over a 91 mile trip. Yeah, so pretty amazing, I think. So I'll check the gas and see how much gas we used, and then we'll go ahead and stick it in a spreadsheet, and then we'll talk about it when I get home. Give it a little bit of a last push here.
Check out this month's not so terrible deals. Head inside for these amazing savings and more.
Okay, 3.6 gallons. All right, so I've got everything into the spreadsheet, and I'm really happy there wasn't too much of a difference between the computer generated gas mileage and the gas mileage that I got from the pump. So basically only 1 mile per gallon difference. That could be based on the gas nozzle or the gas pump. It could be a lot of reasons. So I wouldn't really take that into consideration very much. But I've got to say, I'm really impressed with the gas mileage for the RAV4 Prime, both in stock form and with towing. So basically we got about 38 miles per gallon, 39 miles per gallon stock. And that was, on a pretty good trip. So we're talking about 93 miles or so, and we went up a mountain and back down a mountain. So that's really very impressive. And then with the towing, to get 26 miles per gallon with about 2,200 pounds towing is really amazing. Now, when I compare that to what I've gotten in the past, I've been on a couple of trips with my RAV4 Prime and my A-liner. I've got usually around 23 miles per gallon difference. I think some of the difference comes down to balancing the tires. And so there was quite a bit less, I feel, vibration, and I think balancing the tires made a difference. Also, there's a little bit less weight in the RAV4 Prime because when I'm on my camping trips, we bring a little bit more gear. I've got my wife, Nicole, with me and our 2 golden retrievers, so that could account for a little bit more as well. But, when you're towing a 2,200 pound trailer, you're going to get probably around 26 miles per gallon on the RAV4 Prime, which is awesome. So if you're in the market for either a kind of a smallish SUV that gets really great gas mileage, or maybe looking for a small travel trailer like the A-liner travel trailer, it's hard to beat that combination of the RAV4 Prime and the A-liner for gas mileage. And also, because the RAV4 Prime is electric and it's got the really nice 1,500 watt inverter in the back, makes it really a great companion to any sort of either a light pop-up or a light travel trailer. So I really hope you enjoyed this RAV4 Prime towing torture test. And if you did, and if you got some value from this video, please like it. And also consider subscribing to my channel. And I hope to see you in the next one again very soon.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Wait.